What's up, everybody? This is Backlog Gaming here, and today I have my review discussion of the E3 press conference for Microsoft. Now, Microsoft had a great overall conference. My first impressions of this conference is I don't know how Sony's going to be able to counter this type of performance that was given this conference. It was really, really solid. I'm just going to go a rundown of the news and kind of go from there about talking about each one. Real quick rundown, Microsoft announced an Xbox One S. This is going to be a slimmer model Xbox One, but not to be confused with the Xbox One Scorpio that was also revealed at the end of the show. We also had Gears of War 4 is cross-buy, cross-play with the Xbox One. Killer Instincts gets a Gears of War character. Microsoft reveals Forza Horizon 3. Recore was shown. Microsoft announces customizable Xbox One controllers, which is really cool. Tekken 7 is coming early 2017. Dead Rising 4 is coming later this year. State of Decay 2 was announced. Halo Wars 2 got a release date, and the beta begins today. And also, again, the Xbox One Scorpio was revealed. This is going to be the Xbox One's flagship for VR and 4K gaming is how they worded that. So to kind of get into each thing that we have here, now, of the games that I actually want to cover, Forza Horizon 3 looks very, very well. Of course, this is their flagship for a racing simulator to rival Gran Turismo or any type of car simulator out there on PC. And they've been doing a really good job with Forza. Now, when Forza first came out, people were kind of skeptical, but ultimately they have brought a pretty solid game to the market to play, and it's a very impressive trailer. I'll be doing trailer reactions to all of these trailers also on my YouTube channel, so if you want to see that, hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified once they go live. Now, Recore and Fune's game that he is making. Now, this took an interesting art style turn that I wasn't expecting. Now, I didn't get to really see a whole lot of Recore, but from what I see in the art direction, I do like. I do find the game that will be interesting. But continuing Dead Rising 4, this is going to be a zombie hack and slash game. If you've ever seen Dead Rising 3, Dead Rising 2, Dead Rising 1, and they also had like little DLC expansions on those. It's just a game made by Capcom, I believe, that's just in all seriousness fun and zombie hack and slash. So we're getting the next release of that particular game, which is number 4. Now, Scalebound for Xbox does look good. This is one game that was shown last year and had some frame rate issues, but this year they seem to have resolved those issues going forward. So I'm really excited for Scalebound. I'm really excited to dive into it and actually get to play it. Now, moving on, Sea of Thieves was another game that was announced. This I'm not really into. Basically, it's like be a pirate, but you're playing with friends, and then friends have to man the ship. It looks like, like one of those games that would be released, and then streamers would have fun for it for a while, and then it would just be kicked to the side to have its own core audience, but that's about it. So I'm not really too impressed with Sea of Thieves, honestly. State of Decay 2 does look good. I don't really know what their direction is for it. It is coming in 2017, but it's basically a zombie survival type apocalypse game to where you're able to play multiplayer with other people, and they had flares that went up in the trailer. That looked cool. The other game that I was most excited for out of the Xbox conference is Halo Wars 2. Now, Halo Wars 2 is the RTS version of Halo. Halo Wars came out on Xbox 360, and I played the demo of that, and I thought it was very solid. So I am excited to play Halo Wars 2. Now, when I say I'm pretty excited to play these, basically what I am saying with all this is that every game that they announced can also be purchased on Windows 10, the platform. So if the games run good on PC and I can get a decent deal, I'm all for picking up exclusives for Microsoft. Now, this rivals a problem. So I'm kind of like, All right, well, you guys are releasing these other Xboxes. They do look interesting. I do like the direction that the Scorpio's going in with how powerful it's going to be. That is very tempting. But I already have a gaming PC. I've already dumped tons of money on a gaming PC. And then from there, for me to buy a system just to where I can have these games also on PC doesn't make sense unless they run like complete utter shit. So I do think that Microsoft kind of fucked themselves with this. And the fact that the audience that they're trying to capture is the console audience. But me personally, as a gamer, I would be better optimized to be able to play every game if I bought a game. If I take my gaming PC, bought a PS4, and then if Nintendo happens to announce something good, get the NX. That would make more sense and money that I'm not overlapping with games. Because everything that is like cross-platform, even if it doesn't come to PC and it comes to PlayStation 4, I'm covered. Even if it's an indie title that's only on PC that later comes to the Microsoft Xbox One, I'm covered. So it makes no sense for me as a PC gamer to pick up an Xbox One at all. So they kind of screwed that. The only thing that would promote me is if my friends played it, but most of my friends are on PlayStation 4. They took their Xbox Ones and traded them in. So that's interesting. Now we also got to see Gears of War 4. Gears of War 4 does look good, but again, it's on PC. All these games that I named, they showed at the press conference, can all be purchased on Windows 10, so they're trying to build this whole ecosystem of gamers, and for me, it doesn't work. You're not going to sell me your hardware based on that because I already have hardware capable of playing it. So there's no reason to double dip. So I could be totally different. I could be off the wall. I already have an Oculus Rift. I already have VR for my PC. So why would I invest in a machine? And then from there, even if my Oculus Rift works with it as a peripheral, I can just get every game on PC as long as you guys make it run good. If they run like shit on PC, then yeah, then you kind of are forcing our hands, but then it looks bad on you as a company that your exclusives don't run like perfect on your Windows platform. So that's a double-edged sword. If they want to face that, they definitely can. But I do feel that if they're coming to the PC market, somebody needs to get in bed with Steam. And I think that's where they could have made a huge impact, is if they would have made Xbox Scorpio function as a Steam machine also and partnered with Steam. That way they wouldn't have the Windows platform media store that they would have to put these games on. They could put them on Steam, the largest PC platform, and really embrace PC gamers and reach a wider audience and make more sales based off of that than they would leaving it on the Microsoft store. I've had Windows 10 for about a year now, and I have not even stepped foot in the Microsoft store, except for once, and that's because I got the Gigantica beta, and I had to download it through that. Didn't even play it, but I had to download it through that. Let me tell you, that was a hassle. So, not very friendly for a consumer to navigate. Not very friendly in a layout aspect. Not very friendly at all. And frankly, very annoying by the amount of junk apps that you guys fucking slam in there. That I feel that it's not adequate for AAA games. It should not be used. You guys should team with Steam and then go forward from there. I know there is this kind of rift between PC gamers and console gamers. Really, I don't care. If you're a gamer, you play games, I'm going to obviously interact with you and have those discussions. Even if we don't play the same games, I'm still interested to hear your point of view on stuff that you're excited for, as long as you're willing to be excited for the things that I'm excited for. And that's how it goes. We share the common hobby of the overall genre of video games, but I really feel that these companies like EA, Ubisoft, Ubisoft's not really a good example because their third-party program also initiates Steam. They could use the Windows Store as kind of like a third-party, always-online DRM type thing, to prevent piracy if they wanted to go that route, to where when you boot it up in Steam, it takes you over there and boots up the game, and then you wouldn't have to worry about your interface at all. Very minimal programming would be needed to just be way smarter, way easier, and way better for a PC platform. But Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe I'll be eating my words here in a year when I finally get my hands on these games. On PC, they run fine, and then it's just the hassle of, all right, I gotta find this game. I have to buy this game. I have to launch this game with the Microsoft Store, which kind of sucks, but maybe I can just make a shortcut into Steam and bypass everything, and that would be great. But overall, I thought that they had an amazing conference. They did really, really well. Me being a Sony fan, primarily PC fan, I was still excited for their conference. I'm still excited to see their announcements because I knew their games were going to be able to be bought on the PC platform. And they're cross-buy, that's a pro-consumer move and very, very smart. But essentially, all these games that I've seen here, I can purchase them. I can play them. That makes me excited that I will support you guys in the software end of things, just not in the hardware end of things. So my particular view of E3, not focusing on hardware, but just focusing on games. You guys revealed a few games. You've revealed a decent amount of games, which is great. But honestly, if I'm hyped for a few of these. Not all of them, but a few of them, which is good. It's always good to be impressed with those. Like I said, Gears, I'd be impressed of. Halo Wars 2, I'm impressed for. Scalebound, Dead Rising 4, State of Decay 2 looks good. The only ones that in Recore looks good. The only things that I wouldn't play is Killer Instincts, and from there I wouldn't play this Sea of Thieves. So with that being said, there are games that I would play. So you guys did overall pretty good. Now, with the announcement of the Scorpio, I found that, okay, for sure, since PlayStation 4.5 is not going to be at E3, that Microsoft cinched up E3 with this press conference. That's how good it was to me, is that I felt that, okay, Sony, it's up to you now to react to this. It's up to you to adapt and change and really bring the heat. And from there, I watched this while I was at work, so there was times where I was cutting in and out that I didn't get to see everything. But overall, when I was coming home from work, I was talking to my brother, and I was like, man, it's going to be really hard for Sony to top that. It's going to be really hard. By far, up until this time, it was the best E3 conference, in my opinion. Way better than Ubisoft's, way better than EA, way better than Bethesda. It beat out those three, and don't even get me started on the PC gaming show because that thing was horrible and really, really boring to watch. Did not watch it. Tried to watch it, could not watch it. That's bad for a conference. So AMD, you did not put on a good show with that. Just letting you know. So there won't be a video for the PC gaming conference because I don't feel that it was adequate to have one. But other than that, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of the Microsoft press conference. What were you hoping for? What didn't you get? What did you get that you're super hyped for? What's something else that I should check out and be amazed about? All that information put in the comment section down below. I'll be reading, I'll be replying. And then from there, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will be doing trailer reactions to these. I need to find some type of new method for doing it, but it is something I am interested in doing. So keep that in mind. Anyways, guys, I'll see you next time.